The wind howled outside my window, carrying the deep chill of a winter night. Inside, darkness and silence replaced the usual hum of modern life. The power had failed. My home, once warm, surrendered to the cold, each breath visible in the beam of my flashlight. I remembered my grandparents' stories. Nights like this were met with quiet confidence, not panic. I gathered blankets, sealed drafts, and set up a simple candle heater. Soon the biting chill began to recede, replaced by a gentle, radiant warmth. The storm raged on, but in this small pocket of warmth I was safe. The lesson was clear. Comfort and safety can be created with your own hands. Today, we rely on technology for warmth. Thermostats, heat pumps, furnaces. But when the power fails, we're left shivering, suddenly aware of our dependence. In the 1940s, people couldn't just turn up the heat. They had to create their own warmth. Their survival depended on understanding how heat moves, capturing, storing, and guiding it. This practical wisdom is what we'll explore: thermosiphon, thermal mass, and convection. These aren't new inventions, but forces of nature our ancestors learned to harness. They built their lives around these truths, not as replacements for modern systems, but as insurance. Learning these skills is about more than surviving a blackout. It's about self-reliance. It's a way to reconnect with the world around us and ensure we can keep our families safe. These methods are a backup plan for when modern comforts fail. By mastering them, you gain confidence and control. The knowledge is timeless, and it's yours to reclaim. Imagine a home in 1942. No electricity, yet hot water flows. The secret? The thermosiphon, a system that moves water using only heat and gravity. Hot water rises, cold water sinks, creating a natural automatic circulation. A coil in a wood stove heats water, which rises to a tank above, then cools and returns to be reheated. No pumps, no power, just physics. It's slower than modern heaters, but absolutely reliable. In a blackout, a simple thermosiphon can provide hot water and gentle warmth. It's a forgotten piece of genius anyone can build. In 1945, John needed to keep his greenhouse warm without electricity. He built a heater from clay pots and candles, understanding how to capture and release heat slowly. By nesting clay pots over candles, he created a simple, powerless radiator. The inner pot trapped heat, radiating it outward, while the outer pot warmed the room gently. You can make one too. Stack unglazed pots with a bolt and washers, place over tea lights, and let the warmth radiate. It's not as powerful as an electric heater, but when the power's out, it's invaluable. This humble device turns a few candles into hours of gentle heat. It's safe, effective, and easy to assemble. In a small space, it can make all the difference. Sometimes the simplest solutions are the most reliable. When modern systems fail, old tricks keep you warm. Before central heating, homes relied on thermal mass, materials that absorb and release heat slowly. Stone walls, brick fireplaces, and cast-iron stoves acted as heat batteries, radiating warmth long after the fire died. Modern homes heat up fast but cool down just as quickly. They lack this buffer. You can add thermal mass by placing bricks, stones, or water containers near your heat source. These materials soak up heat and release it gradually, smoothing out temperature swings. During a power outage, this extends the warmth and conserves fuel. Thermal mass is a simple way to make any heat source last longer. In the harsh winter of 1947, families stayed warm by sealing and insulating their homes. They stuffed cracks with rags and newspapers, creating a warm coat for their house. On windows, a second layer, celluloid or oiled paper, trapped heat inside. Today, seal drafts with towels, tape, or removable cork. Add bubble wrap for instant insulation. Insulation is your first line of defense. Air in a room is always moving. Warm air rises, cool air sinks. In the 1940s, families used this to their advantage, moving warmth from one room to another without fans. Open doors at the top and bottom to encourage a natural convection loop. Warm air flows through the top. Cool air returns along the floor. During a blackout, consolidate your living space. Close unused rooms and heat one central area. Place your heater low. As warm air rises, it circulates naturally. To warm an adjacent room, keep the door open and clear at both top and bottom. This silent, energy-free method moves warmth where it's needed most. Modern systems force air with fans, but convection works with nature. It requires patience and understanding, but it's surprisingly effective. Guide the warmth with simple adjustments. Let physics do the work. In a crisis, convection is your invisible ally. Don't wait for an emergency. Prepare now, like people did in the past. Build a simple heating kit. Candles, terracotta pots, bolts and washers for a candle heater. Store bricks or stones for thermal mass and keep empty bottles for water storage. Add bubble wrap and painter's tape for window insulation, plus blankets for draft snakes. Walk through your home and identify the coldest spots. Make a plan for which rooms to close off and which to use as your warm zone. Practice assembling your heater and sealing windows before you need to. Test your draft snakes and feel for leaks. Preparation builds confidence and turns a crisis into a manageable challenge. The people of the past were ready because they practiced these skills daily. For us, a little practice goes a long way. Your preparation today is tomorrow's safety. Be ready. The warmth you save could be your own. The storm passed and the power returned, but something inside me had changed. The simple clay pot heater and blankets had been my partners through the night. They provided not just warmth, but a deep sense of security. Our ancestors weren't primitive. They were resourceful, using practical knowledge for survival. The principles of thermosiphon, thermal mass and convection are timeless. They offer control when modern systems fail. Learning these skills is empowering, a connection to a resilient past and a secure future. In an uncertain world, this knowledge is an anchor. It's the confidence to protect yourself and your loved ones. This is about more than surviving a blackout. It's about rediscovering our human heritage. Build a heater, seal your home, learn to guide warmth. These skills are your birthright, passed down through generations. By learning them, you gain more than warmth. You gain self-reliance. That's the enduring warmth that matters most.